to do a full face of makeup. I'm gonna go in with my detail brush and I'm tapping in to my contour. So our contour is not as creamy as our highlight shades, and it's not meant to be. We don't want this to be slipping and sliding all over our face. So when I contour, I like to start right about my ear and I am going to press. I am pressing that brush and I'm staying on the outside corner. For me, I like to go at more of a diagonal and then stay out to that corner. So on the other side, we're going to do the exact same thing. If you get way too low or you are just a mess with your contour because you've never contoured before, it's really easy to clean those mistakes up. I call the highlight shade like our magic eraser step. You can also go along your jaw, and I don't pick up any extra product. I just carry what's left on my brush. You can do under your lip, sides of your nose. That's why this detail brush is fantastic for contour. It helps so much with those lines. Once again, optional. You do not have to do it. But the power of contour along your nose, can you see? Now I like to go in with our highlight shade. So my brush, even though it's brown, it's got nothing on it. There's no product left on this brush. So I'm gonna go into my main shade and I'm gonna go and sweep. That's why I call it the magic eraser step. So you really are in control here. So all I did was take my brush and kind of sweep up, and then I'm gonna pat what's left over here, kind of down. Now since I have bigger pores and I have more dark spots in this area, in my cheeks specifically, I'm gonna go in with a darker shade or my main shades. Sandy right now is what I'm using. I am going to press. I am pressing that product. Pressing on problem areas is going to give you more full coverage. But by pressing, it's allowing that product to set. I mean, it just works so much better as opposed to sweeping, because then it would almost maximize, not minimize my pores. And nobody wants that. I swept under here and then I kind of carried what was left on my brush, and I'm doing the exact same thing that I did on the other side. I'm taking that main shade and I'm going in the areas where I have a little bit more pigmentation, I have a little bit more texture, and I am going above. Put anything else on it because that's where I'm gonna put my blush. I'm gonna just dust what's left on my brush because I'm gonna pick up another color. Don't forget to get along the sides of your nose. I still don't have anything under my eyes, remember that. And then I'm gonna take a brightening shade, and I am going to go down the bridge of my nose, down the bridge of my nose. And the palette that I'm using is the Level 4 number 8 collection. So you can add a brightener. Just think of anywhere you want to add some brightness. Normally we are putting it under our eyes, but what we're going to do today is we're going to conceal some of that and then add a brightener. Mango is really, truthfully, fantastic for under eyes. Okay, I don't have a lot of darkness, which we can all agree, but you can see now I've evened the playing field, right? So I'm going to go in with Mango over here, and you can see hardly any product. That also, if you struggle with under eye darkness, what do we usually do? We usually put a lot of product there. We're layering. I am literally putting nothing on here, and I am putting it just in those darkest spots. This Mango is actually darker than the color that I have all over my face. I'm just gonna brush the rest of this product off of here, and I am going to grab my brightening shade. I'm gonna put some on the outside corner, little color there. Now I am gonna take a little bit of that brightening shade. This one is Linen, and I'm gonna pop it right on the inside and just flip my brush and very, very gently just add a little bit. Same thing over here. We're gonna take a little bit, and I just want you to realize how very little I'm using. I'm gonna go in with a lip and cheek. I'm gonna use Rosewood. I'm going to the Blush Bronze brush. I am obsessed with Rosewood. This is not a brand new brush, P.S. Have I talked about how amazing the brush cleaner is? The brush soap. So I'm gonna go in and I place my blush right on top of that lip and cheek. I consider that like my chair. It's waiting for me to place it. You can absolutely go in more of like the apple of your cheek if you want to create more fullness. If you want to create kind of a slimming effect, you can go all the way up to your forehead. I've seen people brush it on their nose. But Rule of thumb is if you're going at more of a horizontal, that's going to create fullness. If you're going at more of a vertical, that's going to create more of a slimming effect. That is a full face of makeup. Makeup in 5 minutes using one palette. Everything that I used is pretty much on this top layer and this layer. I'm going to take a picture and show you what this looks like in natural light. You can see in my eyeballs, I have 2 big box lights in front of me, which makes me look flawless, right? Makes me look absolutely flawless in this light because they're right in front of me. I mean, look, you can see when I put a shadow here, you can see my texture. Now you can't. So standing in front of natural light will help you guys see the dewiness, the skin-like finish that cream still gives you. If you're interested in a color match, I will link that.